It's your boy Carcino here. Let's get into it. Woo! The world is a very different place. People say different things that they don't mean. They say things that just don't make sense. Just the way it is. But let's get into it, Screen Fame fans. Kang the Conqueror is here. Kang's big plans. Well, everyone's talking about he's the author of the Darkhold. But it's a bit more sophisticated than that. Now, a lot of people are talking about Kang altering his deal. Well, why would Kang alter his deal? What's in it for Kang? Why would he alter his deal? Why would he make such a deal? Kang the Conqueror made this deal for one reason and one reason only. Kang the Conqueror needs something that Ant-Man can give him. And only Ant-Man can give him. And he can offer him time. You see, Kang's big plan, in order for this to work, is to create his device. And his device will allow him to go back in time and change the past. See, unlike what other people seem to believe with time travel, which they've proven in the Marvel Universe, the MCU, is that when you go through time, it doesn't work the way people have described it. You just create another timeline, so there'll be another you there. There would be another you there instead of you going back in there, and you can't change the time. What you would do is create a wormhole and create another paradox, another branch, alternate universe, another alternate reality, which is a branch in time. But what he's going to do is create something that allows him to go back in time and actually be able to change time. That's Kang's plan. There's a device that he could create that would allow him to go back in time and alter the universe. Not creating a new branch. To actually go back in time where he can change things. This is why he needed the Avengers to do what they did. He needed Tony Stark to create time travel. In the MCU, Tony Stark is the one that creates time travel. He needed that to work and to happen so that he could modify it in the future. If you watch the Loki series, he has a device on his hands that allows him to control time because he knows everything that they're going to do leading up to that point. So he's able to read their motions and already move before they actually attack him. But the same device they had on their hands allowed them to be able to do what they wanted to do as far as travel in space and time, but come back. That's why in Endgame they all had that device that Tony created so that they would be able to come back to a certain point in time. So they just wouldn't be drifting about. They would come back to a certain point. Well, the clues was in Loki. When the woman that's going to end up being Kane's girlfriend, who ran the TVA, said, don't worry about the Avengers. They did what they were supposed to do. When he said, hey, what about the Avengers? They broke the rules. They went through time. Said, don't worry about the Avengers. They did what they were supposed to do. So they were okay with the Avengers basically messing up realities or branch realities, because I guess they knew the Avengers would go back and clip all the branches. And it gets even more interesting. Yes, he who remains was stuck being the guy that ran the whole show. We don't know if this person here is he who remains. This might be him turning into Kang the Conqueror and getting stuck got stuck in the quantum realm because someone hijacked what he needed, and they got her out of there while she was being isolated and away from everyone. Very smart of them to pull off that feat. But it gets even more interesting. Kane's gonna need that device, and that is the main plot point of the whole story. He's gonna need that device. That device pulls him closer to what he's trying to accomplish. He needs it. More than anybody in the world probably would understand. He needs it. He won't need to. His device that he's going to create will allow his time travel machine to let him go back in time and not create another paradox. He can move right back in time and alter the universe in his liking. He can go to any point in time he can, that he wants. So he's gonna get that device to where he can do that, because now, the way Tony had it when he did time travel, he can only go back in time, and you could borrow something, but you would call it a paradox, so somebody would have to go back and fix it. So they were going in there to borrow things from time, but put things back in their proper order. He can go to any timeline he wants and change the universe. See, time travel in the MCU is you go back in time, there'll be another you there, and it don't change anything. As you saw in Endgame, it was like, we saw it all, like Back to the Future and all that. It's like, that's not time travel work. You go back in time, you just create, and that's now your present. You've just created a new timeline. Your past has now become your present. Well, Jeremy Renner right now, Hawkeye, well, right now they're trying to save his leg. So he's still going through some extensive care back in the hospital where he is. I wish him a speedy recovery. I hope they could save his leg. They're doing everything they can. They're flying in specialists to try to work with him. His leg he lost a lot of blood in that leg. So I'm glad they were able to save his life. Hopefully they can save his leg. And he can go to anything that he wants in the timeline. At any point, he can jump in there and change anything. And he's going to do that throughout the multiverse. But that's Kang's main plan. He needs a piece in a particle that only Ant-Man could get him, because he needs those PIM particles. Because in the very first Ant-Man was the only one to get himself out. He came in and got himself out of the quantum realm. No one had ever did that before. And then they had the van that could just go in and pull people out of the quantum realm. So Kang set a trap to suck everybody in so he can come up with a way to get what he needed to get them to pull him out of the quantum realm. But he needs that device, and he needed her to come back. So now he gets to get that quantum realm piece that he so desired and get up out of there. I think Hank Pym dies in this one. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying I believe he's gonna die. And I believe the mom is gonna die with him. So the original Ant-Man and Wasp, this might be their swan song. They might die together. Tickets go on sale for Ant-Man and the Wasp in approximately 30 minutes. You're gonna see a TV spot hit. So in 30 minutes, the tickets are gonna go on sale everywhere. You'll be able to purchase tickets to see Ant-Man and the Wasp on the first night. Kang the Conqueror is going to supply a lot of energy. Okay, he's going to apply a lot of energy into this movie. But it's more than that. Unlike Thanos, he's not only the main guy and the main villain in the movies. He's also the villain in Loki, the miniseries on HBO Max. So we're going to get a steady dose of Kang the Conqueror. Then how many different variants of Kang will we see? And remember, the different variants don't all have to look like that Kang. They could be different from different multiverses, where they have the Council of Kangs, just like they had Loki's. Remember, that's why they were getting you accustomed to seeing the different Lokis, seeing the different everybody else, so it wouldn't be alien to you when you saw it with Kang. When they had all the Lokis together, you saw how all different they were. Some of them look the same, and others do not. We had an alligator Loki. He's a Loki. Yep. But don't expect to see all of that at once. We're going to see a span of it throughout this multiverse. That's why he's the villain of the multiverse. Through the Infinity Saga, that's Thanos. Kang is for the multiverse. I know, right? The quantum sagas and everything. It's quite much for some people. Not for me, but for some. I never thought it was a bad idea. You know, that was my thing. I never thought it was a bad idea to do it in the way that they did it. People was like, yeah, Kang the Conqueror, they keep talking about he's all this bad. He don't seem that bad. I saw the trailers. They trying to make him up to be bigger than what he is. He's not that bad. I said, well, let's take a look at it and let's see for what it is. How do you know Thanos is as bad as he was? You didn't. You just heard the legend, but you didn't see anything. And we just know from the comic books, so we knew what we were going to get. But you didn't know really anything into the Infinity War, which was basically Thanos' movie. You knew what Thanos could do. Then you saw what he could do without the gauntlet and saw how bad he was without it. So then you knew something about Thanos that other people just didn't know. So it's not a conspiracy theory or some type of a crisis. It's just stating the facts. I hate the way they did the Hulk. Out of anything of the whole universe of the Avengers, the first movie, the strongest scenes seemed to be with the ones with the Hulk. It was the Hulk movie. We saw the Hulk smash. We saw the Hulk do things that in everybody's estimation, he was everyone's favorite character going into it. It was the Hulk. The Hulk is the only one that had like 2 movies out. Then Iron Man came and put his 2 cents in, but Hulk was the one that really got everything started. He was the most popular character. So if you know that, then you know what? This is the way it's got to be. Hulk got to run the show. But they made him a side character to the Avengers. I'm like, wait a minute. You know, he don't get his revenge on Thanos or nothing. He don't have another Hulk. When I first saw that scene, I was like, all right, Hulk gonna get ready. Hulk gonna get him back. Hulk don't even fight him again. You know, all this, no. You don't want to come out and be the Hulk. It's like, what the hell is this? They changed so much of that script. Because in the action scene, they had Hulk in the actual battle scene. In the original Infinity War, he's on the field as the Hulk. So it makes no sense the way this happens. Yeah, well, that's what they want to do. Well, this brings into the cosmic force, because now they're going to sneak in another movie. You're gonna see Doctor Strange 3 get snuck in. Yeah. Word around the campfire is they finna sneak in Doctor Strange 3. So when they sneak in Doctor Strange 3, that's when you're gonna see more of a different situation take place. Well, that's the incursions. So now you're going to learn about incursions and seeing how worlds get destroyed and all of that. That's going to be needed before you see the the Avengers 1 and 2. Because Kang's going to win. This is the start of him kicking everybody's ass. So at the end of this, Ant-Man's going to be in limbo, probably left right back in the quantum realm or dead. And there's going to be a lot of people gone, and Kane's going to be walking around the universe. So this is going to kick it all off. And you ain't going to see Ant-Man for a long time, and probably won't see him again until the final movie, until the final battle. It'll be just like when he was stuck in the quantum realm before and somebody got him out. They might make a joke and let the cat, or whatever the rat it was, come in and have a machine and hit a button and get him out again. But yeah, they're gonna be stuck and left in the quantum realm as he was. Yes, sir. There we go. Woo. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Had to put gas in the car, you know, want to fill up the tank. Should have done that before I left. Oh, there's no turns here. We got to keep straight. Ah, great. Just great. Yeah, so that's what I want to see. Because that device he's trying to get, because that's the major plan. He's going to go back in time and he's going to screw them. Because he's like, hey, you said you can give me time. He's going to be like, get you, I'm leaving you here. I don't need you no more. What did he need him for? Last destinations.
Please select a line number or say continue. Please repeat.
Hold on.
Possible commands are help, cancel, number 1 to 7, continue, back, pause, or correction.
7.
Number 7, accepted. Do you want to start route guidance?
Yes.
Starting route guidance. The route is being calculated. Please turn right in 600 feet onto Cicero Avenue. Now turn right.
Oh yeah, I know it's almost game time. We ready. You said Moon Knight was about him? Yeah, they're from the quantum realm. The rings, definitely quantum energy. But what Shang-Chi was able to do was transfer that energy into actual gold. That's how his mom, she had a power that could manipulate those and use that against him. Shang-Chi is an underrated movie. It's great. So if he gets that device, he can go back in time. There's never been anybody in MCU that could go back directly in time. What Iron Man did, Tony Stark, was create the device to go back in time and create another branch universe. But he can't change time. It would just create another branch. If you was to take something out there, it could alter and make another branch reality. So it's not changing the future. But the device that Kang would have, he will be able to go back in time and change everything without altering and creating a new dimension. He will be able to go back in time. So that's what his goal is, and that's how he wants to go in there and be able to control the multiverse and the whole universe by using this device that will fix it. He'll need it for his machine, and then he'll be able to go back in time, but he needs that piece. And I think that's the piece that he puts into the machine that you're seeing. That's what he needs to complete his conquest. Yeah, we'll see. You know, I got to get ready for the game. Let's go Bucks all day.